Elon Musk's sister overpays for everything because of her name. Tosca Musk shares her last name with the world's richest man. It's both a blessing and a curse. People assume her brother pays for everything. In fact, he does not. Tosca Musk is a filmmaker. One time, she was scouting location for her company. The location she wanted was priced at $5,000 a day. But then the owners learned her name. They raised the price to $25,000.
That's not exactly fair, is it?
Tosca said. Her brother is indeed worth $239 billion. But people mistakenly believe the Musks were born rich. In fact, May Musk raised her children alone. She divorced her abusive husband. She worked 5 jobs at once to raise Elon, Kimball, and Tosca. May once started crying when one of them spilled milk. She just couldn't afford to buy another. Tosca recalls some really horrible times. She worked ever since she could read and write. May ran a dietetic practice from their home. Starting at age 9, Tosca helped out as a receptionist. She'd answer calls, book appointments, and help her mom write letters. Her mother also worked as a model. She couldn't afford childcare, so she often took Tosca and her siblings to work with her. Tosca would assist the models with quick changes. They would all attend fashion shows, doing their homework there. Tosca learned a valuable lesson from her mom.
You can't just sit there and wallow in misery.
At 14, Tosca wanted to move to Canada to be with her older brother. She jumped at the chance when her mother went to visit him. Tosca put their home on the market. She sold all their belongings. She even attempted to sell the car, even though she couldn't drive. Her mom was more stunned than mad. The Musks ended up moving to Toronto a few months later. In the end, they all turned out to be successful. There's Elon, the business magnate and investor. There's Kimball, the food expert, tackling America's obesity problem. And there's Tosca, the Passionflix founder. The streaming service is dedicated to love stories. It was May who introduced Tosca to romance stores. On Sundays, they'd rent VHS tapes of Judith Krantz and Danielle Steele adaptations. Tosca went on to study film in college. In 2001, she directed her first film, Puzzled. Elon served as the executive producer. Back then, he was just a millionaire. In 2017, Tosca founded her own streaming service. The subscription is $5.99 a month. The movies are categorized by how naughty they are, from oh so vanilla category to not safe for work. Some have labeled it soft porn for women. Tosca has not had much luck in her own love life. She's never had a serious relationship. She says that nobody asks me out. Despite this, she's raising 10-year-old twins, Isabeau and Grayson. They were conceived through sperm donor and IVF. Tosca worked with a matchmaker to find the perfect donor. She opted for the one with sporty characteristics. She carried the children herself. Tosca hated being pregnant and said that childbirth was horrible. She's been upfront with her children about how they were born.
You don't have a dad, but you have a mom, an Oma, your grandma, and 2 uncles.
Tosca said.